Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a gardening episode of This Is Our Life.
We're having all kinds of interesting things today.
Yeah, this came in today,
Seeds.
Whoops, it originally had a rubber band around it, but I took that off, and now when I took it out of the bag, the rubber band went...
Disappeared.
Yeah, it went on the ground. Okay, I'm going to tell you what we have here. We have Romano green and dry beans, bolt-resistant lettuce mix, dwarf gray sugar peas, poblano chilies, habanero chilies, sweet bell pepper mix, crookneck early summer yellow squash, which, let me tell you, these are delicious.
I don't know what they are, but...
I'm not the biggest fan of squash, but this particular variety, wonderful. They will take over your garden, though.
Well, they're like any vine, you know.
Oregon slicer tomatoes and whippersnapper tomatoes. The whippersnappers, these are a cherry tomato, and the Oregon slicer is a shade-tolerant tomato. Now we have these.
I'm barking at Lucky. He's playing it. He loves to rub on the carpet.
We bought this box. I was going to make a castle.
Yeah.
I still would like to.
A miniature?
Yeah, a miniature castle.
Oh. How are we going to live in it?
This is so I can mark what each seed is in the, we have one of those like mini greenhouses, and because we're not going to wind up using all these seeds, we don't have a whole lot of room. I didn't bring it in here, but my wife, my beautiful, wonderful wife over here, just got back from
picking fiddlehead ferns.
On the side of Route 12, just outside of town, right?
Yeah, just outside town. I didn't go not even when it's outside the speed limit sign. I don't think it's, or just past just right around the 35 mile an hour, where the speed limit changes to 35.
And so we're gonna have to, before they go bad, we're gonna have to. Yeah, figure out what to do with them because they have some fuzz on them. Yeah, we're gonna eat them. You know.
How do we defuzz these critters?
Yeah, and
I'm surprised they're so fuzzy.
And what was it? This that came.
You okay?
This that came in today. I'm not sure if I should read this first, even though this was the last volume written by Mr. Cooper. This is actually the first. This book actually starts the series in the sense of the chronological order, but this book was the last one written. So I don't know if I should read this first or not. And here's another one in the series. I'm still waiting for one, or here's... I think I got all of them.
I'm waiting for my books now. I have 3 books to come, but where they're at is beyond me.
So I think I got the whole series now.
How many books did he write?
Oh, he wrote a whole lot of books.
Yeah, I thought he wrote a lot.
Yeah. I don't remember if it was 4 or 5, but we have that. So, everything just fell. I need to call the nursing home tonight, and, well, what time is it?
It's 5:30, I think.
So it'd be
5:45.
So it'd be an hour difference, so.
4:45, so they're probably eating supper right now.
Yeah. She doesn't eat as much as she used to. She has Alzheimer's, for those who don't know. Well, like I was telling my wife the other day, people with Alzheimer's, they have the thing about money. I'm not sure why.
They get very crazy.
Yeah, and So she would spend like, she'd go to McDonald's and get a senior drink and a dollar burger, and that was her meal for the day. She would buy a bag of bread, a loaf of bread, and it would become buggy, and she would still eat it. Yeah. No, and I brought it up to her once. I said, "Mom, what are you doing? This has bugs in it." And she's like, "Oh, okay, well, throw it out then." And she didn't even notice it. You know, one thing I do miss about my mom is I used to share things with her, and I can't do that anymore. Anyway, so we're going to get these seeds going, hopefully tonight, and it's been raining, so it's...
Just like my father, he's talking to him, and...
Yeah.
I know what you mean.
Yeah. Well, anyway, so we got this little greenhouse thing we're gonna get going. My leg isn't bothering me right now. I just took a nap, so but I don't want to like what?
Push it too far.
Yeah, I don't want to push it too far. I don't want to aggravate it and get it hurting again. But then we need to get these things going because we
seed starter's right here in the window.
Yeah. Yeah, we should have gotten these seeds going a month ago, but...
Well, we had them a month ago, we would have.
Yeah, we would have if we would have had them, but... You know what, we printed these, my business cards, and we still haven't given them out to anybody. But, hopefully we'll get the EBT card Saturday, so...
The last one took 3 days, but I ordered the wrong one.
So when we go to the market to, you know, I like to hand these out, like to the little kids and to the cashiers, and just leave them on the shelves and stuff. But oh, and today while we were in town, you know, like this one lady was walking her dog. It was a beautiful, it was a puppy. It was a gray pit bull, really pretty. And, I mean, gray, you know, I mean, I thought it was very unique looking. And I said, can I barbecue that? You know, she's like, what? So I'm like, you gotta barbecue it. And then we kept driving though, so, yeah, and then, you know, I'm yelling at the other college students, like, you gotta go to so-and-so's place tonight, we got the 2 kegs. You know, some of them look like, what the blank are you talking about? Others are like, are you crazy? Others are like, alright. Yeah. You know, right, because you use a common name when you do this. You know, that way, there's a possibility that they know somebody with that name. And they're going to be like, oh yeah, I got to go to Dave's tonight. Gosh, man, Dave is going to have a party. And he has 2 kegs. You know, I didn't know about this, but hey, that guy said something, so it must be true.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. Or like yesterday, we drove by these 2 girls that were putting stuff in their mom's car.
No.
And we're like, you gotta go, we got kegs tonight.
You little monster.
Yeah, and they're probably like, oh my
God. Their mother's like, what the hell?
Yeah, are you 2 going out there and partying? Oh.
Okay, here's how many.
Oh.
It's quite a load.
Oh yeah, it is.
I'd say 3 or 4 pounds. Wouldn't you think?
Yeah.
For some reason, after you cut them, they turn brown. You get brown juice squirting out of them. I'm like, okay. We've got to decipher the fiddlehead puzzle now.
Those fiddlehead ferns.
And yes, there's tons of ferns up here.
Yeah.
They grow like bushes.
And let me tell you about the trees. Oh, it's so beautiful out there. Every shade of green you could imagine.
Well, right now the birds are chirping too. Cause I was down there by the river. After I was picking the ferns, and they got kind of quiet. There was no traffic coming, and I hear birds out there, and you know,
so
like he's talking to me almost.
Yeah. Maybe. You never know.
He's like, get away from my food.
Yeah. And then we got fishing to do on
I
the
think
first.
fiddlehead ferns, you kind of have to treat them like you do asparagus. Because the bigger, the larger diameter and the taller asparagus is, the woodier it gets.
Yeah.
The top may be tender, but the bottom could be like chewing on a tree limb.
Yeah. So they're showing the Boston radar right now, and the storm's moving north. So it looks like we're
Let's
gonna.
hope it goes into the ocean.
Yeah. Look, so the rain is coming and going. It's, you know.
It just piddles a little bit. And
yeah, it's not
like it
steady.
pees on you almost.
Yeah. But you have to understand this area is moist. It's wet anyway, so.
Yes, very moist.
If anybody knows, like the piney woods of East Texas, how it gets a lot of rain, at least part of it, you know, the southern part of it. Well, I think we get even more rain than that. But anyway, you all take care. Bye-bye and happy gardening.